complete this game.
Then sweat.
Y'all decide whether.
And he whiled away his days at home with the Emperor.
Ooh, wow.
A shy, almost humble Toad. People started whispering about masks, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens dropped ships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Wait, bro, how you gonna set the PS4 up like this? You gotta let this junk air out. Don't want it to end up like our Xbox 360 over here on the ground for some reason.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. Sorry, kid, Reynardo told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
I'm never reading her stories. This place looks so good. Let me see how.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, that didn't come out right. For the Emperor! The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
But the game looks alright so far.
A dropship flew overhead.
No, I'm gonna make this.
He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Because then I'm gonna have to do some Really?
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking that damn book anywhere, and neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Reynardo going to get a hero sword? Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. Perfect. Hero Sword. QED.
Let me see this Raven first. So even if he switched...
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renado's jokes, even though he didn't know he'd made one. And then the Ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. "How'd you get across?" he asked the kid. "Where'd you find a hook?" "I hopped," said the kid. Wise-ass kid. "Hey, look out behind you!" "Cute," said Renato. Ah, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. Damn it. Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills. It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely
I
forgot.
didn't even pay attention.
Like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Oh. Awesome, so I could just...
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Well, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. "Stop!" he shouted. "I'm not giving you the book!" shouted the kid, and took off. "No!" And a gog beside him. The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Renato picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
Oh, to do this stuff is great.
What was the big deal about this book anyway?
No!
Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loudhailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Renato yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind it, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job.
Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life!
It called. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Reynardo could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Reynardo had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper. The legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Reynardo a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Reynardo could only rescue him. Reynardo dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off. Not stable enough to
There's no way to skip it.
Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
Lapino.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces.
No!
What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Reynardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
This isn't gonna be good.
As he set foot on the island, Reynardo could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Reynardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Oh, it's right. Now it's starting to look good. I didn't understand what they were saying. So, I'm gonna try to show you.
Reynardo hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them.
Finish him. Oh, I thought that was like
The people who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one. He wasn't that good. Yet.
Well, I can't level up. Wait, what? Oh, what's the point of level? Increase the range. What?
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No? Blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
No! That was something I could have. Yeah. So I could go forward, I just can't go back. The point of no return. Always follow the off course. There it goes.
Renato felt a little bad stealing crafting materials from chests. He preferred to rob them from people at sword point.
The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shooting in a thick fog. Said the Transcendent Emperor has used the Sky Ripper to vanish. Iblis.
Hero Wall, Hero Sword, Ice Wall, Ice Cube.
So you're telling me I need like an ice? Yeah. What kind of sword? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they said ice sword. What's the thing behind it? Is it the fragment they were talking about? I just knock these down.
It was good to practice your moves, thought Renato. Keeps you limber.
So as I go, things I do. Okay. Good to know. What kind of sword do I need for this? Screw you.
blinked.
Finish him. Oh. I'm starting to like this game better and better. No.
Ah, a puzzle. We're not allowed to puzzles. Except when you couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
What can you say about the puzzle? Just what kind of
Starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember. There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
she will find?
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino on wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
If I had chosen her, would I be in the game or something? Was it gonna be like Far Cry 4? Far Cry 4.
Doubt
You
sank
could
in
easily
before
just
he was even out of sight of the Farfarer.
it would be easy to.
Why had he chosen the Skyripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
Ooh, I get something that follows me around. Ooh, I like things that follow me around. Okay, after I complete this game, I'm gonna restart and I'm gonna choose all the decisions that I should, or all the decisions I didn't choose. Unless it's like there's gonna be a part in time where it's gonna be more than one decision. Then I'm gonna need somebody to help me out with that. I liked it better when it was all shiny in daytime.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time. Where did that go to? There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
This way right now.
He missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion.
Hold on, I'm texting.
Should have done a barrel roll, he thought, as he died.
Hold up. Come on.
Come over here.
Combo breaker.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now, he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it. Reynardo had never been much of a student. At Swordfu School, he'd never read the books, just looked at the pictures. And Zenobia. But weapons he understood. His gut told him that the Skyripper would work great. He would use it to take out the Imperial outpost. And what's the worst that could happen? The thing wouldn't work, and then he'd take it to the scientists. Right? Exactly.
Yeah, I know how to do this. Even though somehow I died at the beginning, but I suck at these games. The one game I don't suck at that much is Warframe.
As he set out down the path,
people better than me.
Reynardo wondered why the parts of the Skyripper had only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had discarded it. This Emperor, Isengrim III, had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Perhaps that was bringing up lost artifacts. How perfect, then, that the Skyripper would reappear to be his destruction. Reynardo felt a little better. He was tired of slaughtering ravens. Maybe it was time to test out the new weapon. He turned a knob on the Skyripper. It made strange, mechanical noises. The wheels spun faster. It began to hum.
The Skyripper was following his every step. At least it acknowledged him as the master. But there was no trigger. How was he supposed to fire it? "Fire," he said. Nothing happened. Well, maybe it just needed to warm up. After all, it hadn't been fired in thousands of years. Well, they really needed to redecorate anyway.
I'll go to the scientists. I need one more fire essence. I like fire swords. Fuck you, war. I wanted a treasure hunted, energy on kill, a critical chance and attack speed. But you can only get 3. What? I just tried to avoid your question. Is it wrong to avoid some? Oh. Okay, I understand now. No, I see it. I'm gonna get over there one way or another. You want to fight? It was worth it. It was worth sacrificing him.
The Sky Ripper was making a whining noise now, and its wheels were spinning so fast he could no longer see them. He asked. The Sky Ripper began to glow. Boom! The outpost burst into flame. Ravens flapped out screaming, wings on fire. The base was his. The far speaker toad came hopping out.
Reynardo!
It croaked, sounding like a toad version of Zenobia.
Don't use the Sky Ripper. It will destroy the world.
Yeah, sure it will, cracked Reynardo. Pull the other one.
If you don't trust me, go see Calaveras. He'll tell you the same thing.
Oh, she would say that. That sounded sensible. Why did she always have to sound sensible all the time? Oh, it was infuriating. Of course she would say that. He was supposed to hurry and bring the Sky Ripper to the Council so the rebels could actually win the war. But what if she was right? Damn it. Zenobia was so frustrating. If she couldn't get you with magic, she'd get you with reason and caution and sensible arguments. Of course, Calaveras, he might not know the latest scientific theories with evidence and all, but Reynardo preferred the knowledge in the old books anyway. What they said felt true, and that's what's important. You should be careful. She'd probably guess he'd come here. That meant she'd probably set an ambush for him. Reynardo landed on the island, expecting Zenobia's ambush at any moment. God, after all these years, she still drove him crazy. Or, unless they were part of the ambush, the obvious reasons he was meant to see to take his mind off the ones he wouldn't see.
Yes.
There did seem to be a lot of ravens around here.
Good. See this?
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
I like daggers. I don't care if it's short or not.
Imagine if you built a house on one of these things. Oh, that would be amazing. It would be like having a boat.
I don't have no ice sword. Chill out, game. I haven't even gathered enough material.
That was awesome!
Did you just hit me out back? Trophies easier on this game. Too easy. I've only been playing this game for 43 minutes. I've already got about 3 trophies. That was 7. I need 3 more. I need 3 more of that. Oh, I thought that was gonna be a fiery one. No, wait. Game, why do you hate me? No, I'm not stacking enough. I know I'm gonna have to fight. Okay. Come on.
Zenobia's ambush never materialized. Could she be sincere? Calaveras was a great scholar. Renato doubted even Zenobia could convince him to say something he didn't believe. And if he was working for the Empire, he'd never have told Renato about the Sky Ripper in the first place. Well, he would listen to the wise old toad. But that didn't mean he had to agree.
No, trash. Trash. Treasure chest. This game hates me.
To his alarm, Renato realized that the rebels had no way of knowing he had a powerful new weapon. He might set off on their attack on the fleet before he could bring the Sky Ripper to the fight. He had to hurry, while there were still rebels to save. Who needed bridges anyway? Sometimes, Renato really hated inanimate objects.
Fighting the area. I'm just gonna go on the line across. I'm gonna put in some work into this game. I guess I'm not angry.
Calaveras examined the Sky Ripper eagerly. What? How often does a new relic surface? He brushed off Zenobia's warning. Oh, what a sorceress know about physics. However, he did know a few ways to make the weapon even more precise and more powerful, and quickly went off to tinker. Soon the Sky Ripper no longer whined, but thrummed like a hummingbird taking off. It was ready for war. And so, Renato thanked Calaveras.
and took the legendary weapon to the final battle. But where were the other rebel ships? Had something happened? He could defeat the Imperial fleet with a Skyripper, but he couldn't govern. He was not cut out to be Emperor, and he'd no desire to be one. There were a few rebel ships here and there, but there was no organization to the battle. Where was the Council flagship? Something had gone terribly wrong. But he had the Skyripper, and the Ravens had nowhere they could hide.
Skyripper on the Emperor. I like the sound of that. Look at the leaves. It looks better far away. But you can't argue. Trees are hard to make. Well, it's not. The leaves are. Wait, I can't just.
What was really fun was hooking yourself onto a moving ship.
Oh, that was weird. I was gonna be like so.
It was a bit windy
No,
up here.
Terry. Ice. I needed fire or water essence. Anger management. Thank you.
There had to be something useful in these things, didn't there?
Of no return. What kind of door is this? What's that red chest though? What does it give? I wonder if after the game ends, I could just straight up go back. Yes.
Okay.
Hold up. Hold up. What did you say?
Let's get this over with, and we can all go home. Well, not you, just me.
What's this? So I want.
The council speaker was on the deck, bleeding. Why was she even here? They found our base, she croaked. The council, all dead. We must surrender. No, we can still win this, said Reynardo. I have the Sky Ripper. He would be a real hero and save the day, even when all appeared to be lost. You're a good boy, said the speaker. And then she died.
So what do I do? Just leave her body there? Ooh, that's weird. Nothing else? No. Oh, don't.
Reynardo had learned so much about... Ooh, what was it again?
Thought I was gonna have to dash.
This was much easier than free climbing.
fired at the Sky Ripper. With a tremendous whoosh, the Emperor's flagship went up in flames. And for good measure, he played the beam around it, setting all the other nearby Imperial ships on fire too. And he watched them burn. The few remaining rebels gave a cheer. And then they stopped cheering. There was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it, widening it. It grew larger. Crates were falling off ship decks, upwards into the hole. And the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror as it poured into the ravenous hole. I guess that somewhere behind that ever-widening hole were gods that had long been exiled. But it didn't really matter. Time was done for here, and soon it was. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true. He'd learned something. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
Truth unlocked 1 out of 4. I gotta unlock 3 more. So I unlocked Sky Ripper. Core is unstable.
He'd made bad choices. But now, when the real battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Reynardo. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
No!
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried...
You know, I'm gonna end this right here.